Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Tiger. It's been a while since I've done a video. That's for sure. I don't really have any excuses as such. Like I said in my previous video, there's a lot of stuff I'm trying to, sort out right now. And I don't know. I just sort of feel like sometimes I don't know, like if I want to keep doing videos or not. Like I said, I mean, next week I'm going up to see the kids next week, so obviously might get a bit of more insight as to what exactly is the status of things going on moving forward, and all of that. See how things go. I can't really do more than what's already been put in place. Like I said, I've well, on the gaming front, I was playing Mad Max. I've got to say, I think it's a really good game. Actually, it's not a perfect game by any means. It's got its faults, but I was really enjoying it up until the mission where you have to do the race. And I was kind of expecting, a boss race or something like that. But it is just completely, in my opinion, just unfair. It's so ridiculously annoying. And I hate that in games. When you've got a fairly decent game and then you have to ruin it by putting in a mission that you've got to do and just does nothing but just piss you off, it's what it did, it just, if you played Mad Max, the one that I'm on about, having to sort of go through these tight corners and then obviously you've got to try and blow up the main boss in a certain amount of time, and there's no way to repair yourself, literally a few hits and that's it, you're dead. I gave up with it. I thought to myself, I'm not doing this because it's just pissing me off, and if that's what I got to do, that's what I got to do. So I've actually started playing Dark Cloud. Originally, it was a PS2 game. I don't know if it was a launch title, but it was an early PS2 game. I think it was one of the first RPGs for the PS2. I remember years ago I had a demo or something of it, and because I remember parts of it, but it's a really fun game actually. You wouldn't believe how early, 2001. It's definitely got its faults. You can tell it's an early PlayStation game. It's got that sort of janky movement and combat that sort of takes a while to get used to. It's not polished. Play that game and then go on and play something like Zelda Breath of the Wild or something along those lines, and you'll know exactly what I'm on about. But the concept of the game is really cool. Basically, obviously, it's got your dungeon crawling element. Going through each dungeon, and essentially what you're doing is you're finding these like orbs that basically are like buildings and items that you use to rebuild the villages that obviously have been destroyed by some evil dark force. It's just stereotypical RPG story. But what I like about it is it's not a game that's reliant on the story. It's not like Zelda or Final Fantasy, where like pretty much every other 5 minutes is another cutscene and cutscene after cutscene. It's not. It's quite a basic concept. Go in, do your dungeon crawling, get your items, rebuild your village, that sort of thing. It's got obviously the traditional RPG elements of upgrading, getting your items, but the upgrade system in it is pretty cool because instead of your traditional leveling up your character, you get your weapons, you find your weapons, and each weapon is basically a permadeath type thing. It's like you get your weapon, if it breaks, that's it, you're not getting it back. But obviously, each time you kill an enemy, obviously you get some power into it, and then you can like upgrade your weapon, doing it like that, and evolving your weapon and combining it with other weapons, and things like that. And it's a really cool concept. You do have to sort of manage your material, your items quite well. You don't want to go into a dungeon. You've got to manage like your thirst as well, so you're always making sure you've got some sort of water, and it's one of those games where obviously once you've found the main sort of item that can drop from one of the enemies, that allows you to move down to the next level, and it's quite a therapeutic game because yes, it has its sort of challenge to it in the sense of trying not to go in without the enemies can kill you in a few hits, and it's quite a challenging game. But it's one of those games where you've got to be smart with it. If you're going in and you're basically trying to fight every enemy you see, and that you are probably gonna lose your items if you spend too long just dawdling around, and that you need to manage your items, and be smart with it. Don't fight every single enemy with the hopes that they'll drop a decent item for you. Pick and choose your battles. Obviously, like I said, the main element of the game is that combat dungeon crawling with the rebuilding the village, which I do like actually. I wish there was more games like it. I've heard Dark Chronicle or Dark Cloud 2, depending on where you live, is even better. They fixed a lot of the combat issues, and it's much more of an in-depth game. So I'm looking forward to trying that one out, of course, when I beat this one. It is a fairly long game. It's about, I've heard, about 30 plus hours. And that, like I said, the idea is quite a simple one, but it works, for an early RPG. I think it's a good beginner's RPG, if I'm going to be honest with you, because it's not like your traditional leveling up system. It allows you to sort of manage your items, managing your materials, building your city. So you're combining that with, that traditional RPG element of dungeon crawling, and it's a good game for beginners, because it's not overly complicated either. It's quite a simplistic thing, and it's quite simple once you know what you're doing. If you go, when you start the game, you will make a few mistakes. You'll probably die a few times, but once you sort of know what you're doing, and that, it's actually quite a fun game. Actually, it's a bit monotonous, don't get me wrong, because it's not like traditional RPGs where there's all loads of side quests and other things you can be doing. It is kind of like, you've got two things. You've got your dungeon crawling, and then you've got your city building type thing. And it works, for an early PS2 game. It's really, really quite a fun game. It's one that if I would have had it when I was a kid, I probably would have loved it, but I probably wouldn't have really got into how I was now, how I am with it now, sort of understanding and that. When I was a kid, it was kind of like, this is your game, play the game at face value. Now I can sort of appreciate what a game tries to do and things like that. What I've been watching recently, mainly Family Guy. On like season 14 now. Been watching films here and there, a bit of wrestling here and there, your traditional, each different thing. Tonight I'm going to watch some Die Hard, which brings me on to the point of, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? It's a yes and no. I personally, when I think of the word Christmas movie, I'm thinking like Santa Claus, those sort of things. Christmas movies are a genre of their own, in my opinion. But then you can have movies that are set at Christmas time, and that's what I think Die Hard is. It's a movie that's set during Christmas, but Christmas isn't the main theme of the movie. Yes, it's got lots of references and lots of things to do with Christmas, but ideally it's not your traditional let's save Christmas, Santa Claus, etc. And I know not all Christmas movies have to be like that, but Yeah. But Die Hard is a classic. In my opinion, Die Hard 1 and Die Hard with a Vengeance are the best two, hands down. I wasn't a big fan of Die Hard 4. I hated the fifth one. The second one was decent, but I don't remember too much of it. But the first and the third one, I love the original Die Hard. And what a great way to start the going in to that. And speaking of Christmas, I'm going to be honest with you, I really don't care that much about Christmas anymore. To me, it's just another day. It's more of a kid's thing, in my opinion. Said I am spending Christmas Day with the kids and that, but that's all it is to me. It's just another day. Moving forward, like I said, I've got a lot of things that I need to try and sort out, and plan around things. I've got some issues and things that I'm trying to deal with, and I've made steps to hopefully get these things sorted out. Again, I don't think things will be sorted out anytime soon, but we're going to get this year out of the way and move on next year, and hopefully get things in place and stuff like that, and sort of move forward. But as I say, I'm going to hopefully, I think maybe in the new year, once things sort of get, settled in, and things sort of, once I know exactly what's going on and things sort of start fitting into place, then I'll obviously think about possibly trying to bring back YouTube videos on a more regular basis. And actually doing YouTube videos a little bit more. Like I said, there are a few things that I do want to do. Before I actually do forget, Netflix, kind of going to be a streaming thing here, but Netflix, guys, has finally added the original Batman animated series, the 90s Batman the animated series. I've seen it come up there because a few weeks ago, or last month or something, they had the Justice League animated TV show on there, and I thought, oh, they're getting quite a few of these DC shows on Netflix. And I seen it, and I was like, do you know what? This is awesome. I'm so happy that. But from what I've seen, it's only the first season, the first 60 episodes. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to watching that. Actually, I think it's going to be a pretty fun show to watch. Actually, stealing my PlayStation.
You recording a video?
Yeah.
Yeah. Edit me out.
Huh?
Edit me out.
No. Yeah, so like I said, there are a lot of cool shows coming to like the streaming services now. I'm trying to balance watching shows. I mean, I finished the Rick and Morty last week. I've all caught up with that. Well, not season 7 yet. I know that season 7 is on Channel 4, but I'm one of these people. I don't like watching shows like, oh, I'm going to watch the new episode once every week or every couple of days when they add a new one. I'm more of a, I'll wait till the whole season comes out and then binge the whole season type thing. I don't like doing the whole watching one episode and then got to wait another week or so for the next episode. I'll just wait for the whole season to come out, and then watch it through like that. And that, so what other news is there? Any gaming news, really? Any games that I'm looking forward to? Personally, I haven't seen anything. I did see an interesting thing about Star Wars The Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic. Excuse me. Knights of the Old Republic apparently is dead now, which don't surprise me. Again, whether that's true or not, I don't know. Again, Saw 10 is out now on the digital stores now, so I can check that out. I might try and check that out next week when I'm down with my partner, whatever, with my kids and the ex and that, or whatever. It's a complicated situation. I really don't know how to label it. But I am looking forward to watching that. Like I said, you know me, I love my Saw movies. Spiral can fuck off. I don't even include Spiral in the movies, with the Saw movies. Um, what other things are there that I'm looking forward to? What other? Oh yeah, wrestling. CM Punk back in WWE. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of, well, I didn't watch it live. I just seen it on the Facebook and whatnot. Well, it was everywhere. But I'm not surprised, but I am. I'm like, okay, you know, there was all the rumors and stuff, and this is the problem with wrestling now is, well, with anything really, you know, rumors ruin everything. With social media, man, you know, oh, this person might be coming back. We might be seeing this. Whatever happened to the days where, you know, you were watching something or playing something, and then the next thing you know, you see something, and it really is a massive shock to you. You know, we can all speculate on things happening, things not happening, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I said, you know, I always enjoyed CM Punk back in the day. You know, I loved him back in the day. Um, and then when he came to AEW, I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. See him back again. And there's all these behind the scenes things that he's done, and all these people that hate him or whatnot. And I get it. You know, I get that these people probably don't do great things, but I'm more of a, I take things at face value. It's like Rick and Morty, for example. You know, the guy who voiced, well, majority of the people in Rick and Morty is no longer in Rick and Morty. He got done for some sort of, I don't know if it was sexual abuse or, you know, inappropriate behavior. I don't know what it was. And to be honest, I don't really care. And I know that it's not because I agree with what he did, but what I mean is I don't care about the behind the scenes stuff. If the show's still going on and I still enjoy what I'm watching, that's good enough for me, you know. Like same with Family Guy, all this stuff that happened with Seth MacFarlane. I don't think, you know, Family Guy's going anywhere. You know, I enjoy TV shows and games and stuff like that, and sports or whatever. I enjoy just for the sake of it. You know, I don't need to have all the backstage drama and that and follow all of that. I just take things at face value. I can disagree and not be happy about what someone's done, uh, but at the same time, as long as I can still enjoy what I'm watching or playing, that's good enough for me. But anyway, so moving on, I will try to get another video done. Well, I doubt I'll be getting another video done anytime within the next week or so. Like I said, I'm popping down on Monday. I will be back on Friday. Why do they keep turning my PlayStation on? And yeah, so hopefully when I come back, we'll see how things go and that. So yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna just do a few things, chill up for a bit, and then probably be watching Die Hard later. So I'm looking forward to watching Die Hard again. Can't go wrong with that. And anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this update, feel free to leave a like and, of course, comment below. Let me know that any games, TV shows, movies, or anything you're looking forward to in the next year and stuff like that. Will there be a Christmas vlog this year? No, I'm going to tell you straight. There will not be a Christmas vlog. I'm just going to tell you straight. There will not be one. But anyway, guys, as always, subscribe if you haven't already and join the family, and take care, and I'll see you next time.